So recently, the dev team over at Bioware showed off the customization in Anthem. They did a full-blown, like, 45-minute live stream. And I'm going to be taking some snippets from that and showing you guys some of the most important bits and kind of condense that down, because I know 45 minutes is a long live stream. But if you did want to check it out for yourself, see that description below. But yeah, the customization in Anthem is looking most impressive. There's a lot of detail here, and I'm going to go over some of this stuff for you guys. I mean, there's stuff like vinyls. You could change the actual materials of your armor, you know, and armor pieces, and go into some insane detail. You're going to be seeing the wide variety on offer here. You can make your you know, Javelin look any way, shape, or form that you wish. I mean, they even have like a full-blown color wheel with this as well when choosing your color. So I personally was really impressed. You know, impressed with this one, but this one really does remind me of like taking the editing tools you see in like games like Forza Horizon or even like Need for Speed and transitioning them over into, you know, a full-blown open world RPG experience for you know, something like a Javelin. So that is really cool to see that type of customization coming into Anthem. But yeah, let's start from the beginning. But I did want to welcome you guys back to Open World Games. I've been covering all sorts of open world gaming goodness here, including Anthem. And yeah, let's talk about some of the new stuff. They're also showing off the emotes as well. But let's start from the very beginning. So yes, basically everything can be customized here. You know, they show here that you have the helmet, the arms, your paint can be customized. We'll be seeing that. Your chest piece, and then you can also take a look at some of the vinyls on offer as well, and then something called the wear state too. I'll go into that a little bit more here. Legs, and then the animations, which we did get to see a little bit of those with the emotes. But there's also, I think, some sort of under armor that I'll try to show you as well, which is pretty cool that you can actually customize that. But let's get into this right now. So first of all, you can see that you can actually choose different type of fabric styles for certain armor pieces here. You can choose soft styles, you can choose stuff that's really shiny, metallic, even go for that matte finish if you want to do that. As well, again, I think to the customization that you usually see in some of these car games, and to see it come to something like Anthem is really impressive. But as you can see, they're applying different fabrics here, a jersey fabric they call it, and you could see it right here on this you know, white type of paint style. Now they're going to go ahead and change the paint style up as well. And choose a wide variety of paint styles. Again, what we have here with the paint styles is that you can actually go in and see the actual wheel here, like you would see in like Photoshop. Choose that paint and actually save it to a custom color, you know, setting there, a slot that you can just go back to and say, hey, I like that custom color, I'm going to keep that. And then you can go back to it any time, and I believe you can save that to actually apply that to your other Javelins. Remember, there's going to be 4 different Javelins. Right now, we're taking a look at the Ranger class Javelin for the time being. But yeah, this is so insanely impressive so far, to me at least. Let me know what you guys make of the customization. You know, we've seen games lately really embrace customization. Even, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2, I was pretty surprised with how extensive that was with shaving your beard. So it's cool to see that they went all in like this on the customization, which again I think will help with the longevity of the game, because of course this game is going to be about discovering new, I would believe, new decals, new vinyls and colors perhaps as you play the game. But they're going to get to the point where the Javelin looks really, really good. Right now they're messing around with it and it's kind of like ugly looking, just to be blunt. But they do get it looking really, really good here as time goes. So we'll fast forward it here. Right now you can actually see how you can actually adjust what the armor itself looks like. They describe that as the silhouette. So they're choosing a wide variety of armor sets here. And again, I would expect to be finding this stuff throughout the actual open world as you are exploring it, and finding better and better armor pieces as you go. And of course, you got to consider your weapons will be something that you will be finding as you play too. But yeah, you can see right now they are adding like a fabric canvas zigzag to the look of their character too. A lot of options, like the options here are absolutely crazy, and it's definitely going to change how your character looks when the lighting actually bounces off your character. Let me know, are you guys going to go for something that's more subtle, or are you going to be choosing something that pops, that absolutely shines and glimmers and looks like freaking Captain Phasma? Who knows? I don't know. I'm still deciding here. His helmet here almost looks like a samurai warrior in my opinion. So that's pretty cool to see. And I think this set right here is part of some sort of pre-order bonus or the deluxe. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, they're going to have stuff like that on offer as well. But the cool thing, you know, with Anthem, of course, is like Fallout 76 and some of these other newer games that are coming up, is they plan to really support the game free. So that's something to keep in mind. But moving forward, you can see now how their character is progressing and coming along. They haven't messed with the vinyl so far. That's going to add another sense of depth to the character, and you'll get to see that here in just a moment. But you can see there how you can go in and actually edit that chest piece as well. I would imagine that some of this armor would, as together as one piece, might provide bonuses. So that would make sense to kind of have armor that is one set all together and equipped in that way. But let's see. Let's keep pushing forward here. Right now, yeah, there's your option to choose your variety of different javelins as you are playing the game. So you got to see that you can go in and customize, hey, your ranger, your storm, maybe you want to mess around with your interceptor and so on. So you can actually go in and full-blown customize every single javelin to your liking. Now remember how this is going to work. You're going to be upgrading your pilot abilities, and that's going to be kind of universal. That's, you know, the human inside of the javelin. Then you could change out your javelins, and then you'll get new weapons in that way, and new abilities as well as you do that, because the abilities are tied to these javelin suits. But the customization does continue on here during the stream. Again, the stream was like very long, 45 minutes. There it is. Here's your different rangers. You can actually save loadouts here. As you can see, you have Ranger 1, 2, and you can actually go in and choose a new loadout and actually name it. So if you want to keep this loadout and you don't want to have to really remember what you've done, go in there, save it. So that is definitely a time saver and really, really nice to see for sure. But some of the decals that you can actually get are very, very cool. I want to show you guys those here, but right now he's just changing up the paint job, making them look nice and fancy smancy. As you can see, got the rugged look, and then it begins to progress. Here are some of the actual vinyls that you will be able to actually place. I think these would be unlockables in the game, or maybe you'll be able to find them around the world. I hope you can find a lot of this stuff around the world. I imagine you would be able to as you are exploring the world. I think they would continue just adding on to this game as time goes, for sure. I'm digging this look here, though. This color scheme is pretty cool. It's definitely eye-catching. I think I'm gonna go for something that's not like overly subtle, but yeah, as you can see, that's not subtle at all. That just pops, doesn't it? But I like the previous one personally. But also they did have a Mass Effect skin that I did want to show you guys as well. But you can see how they are just changing this up as time goes. The fabric here, it definitely looks like fabric. Like, you can see the noticeable difference between the metals and the fabric, and even the Under Armour looks completely different in terms of just the fabric alone. So that's pretty impressive to see that they managed to pull that off with their graphics engine. Again, the graphics engine, by the way, if you did not know this, I'm sure you probably did, is the Frostbite engine. One of the most impressive engines out there, the Battlefield engine. They ran, you know, Star Wars Battlefront on this engine as well, Need for Speed. So I hope they get Titanfall. You know, whatever Titanfall is next on the Frostbite engine, that would be awesome. Oh, here's the Mass Effect look for you guys. So that, man, I'm definitely going to figure out a way to get that one. It would be so cool, by the way, if they had like a some sort of, I don't think it would be called a storefront or auction house like Forza does. Where you can actually kind of, you know, share your custom designs and even download custom designs, excuse me, from other users. I think that would be a pretty badass feature. Maybe they'll get there someday and have something like that where you can go back to, you know, your 4 and actually access something like that. I think that'd be pretty neat. But you can see here they keep progressing forward. Here's some of the emotes. There's going to be a wide variety of emotes, of course. That's kind of expected with an open shared game like Anthem. And, you know, choosing those emotes is going to be a lot of fun as well. And again, I expect some of this stuff to be unlockables. But that's a more subtle look right here. This is the more, like, I would describe knight type armor. Or samurai. Pick and choose what you think. Yeah, some really, really cool stuff there. For sure. I mean, you could see how it even extends up into the, you know, abilities as well. Some of the texturing and armor is on, I think, whatever that's called, the ballistic missiles on the back of his armor there. Man, that looks pretty badass. I'm going to say that looks pretty badass. But yeah, that wraps it up pretty much for some of the customization. There's a lot more with the game. Of course, I couldn't showcase all of it, even within the 45 minutes. It's pretty impressive, I'm going to say it. So kudos to, you know, Bioware for making such an extensive system here. Cannot wait to try it myself. Looking forward to it. This game actually releases, if you don't know, I believe it's February 2019. Pretty smart that they're releasing it then and getting out of the way of, you know, the big heavy hitters of fall, like Red Dead Redemption 2. And giving space for Battlefield 5, some breathing room. But guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned here to Open World Games for more, you know, Anthem coverage and open world gaming goodness. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys later, and see you guys soon enough in the world of Anthem.